guys. Alright, so we are in week 10 of my fifth pregnancy. Actually more than that, but yeah, fifth pregnancy. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna fix my hair while I'm talking to you guys just because I want to get this done. I want to get to bed. I'm tired. Yeah, so week 10, I feel so blessed to finally, to be at week 10, that's double digits. And my husband and I, he realized it on Monday that how like with my pregnancy that I had in this past summer, you go, oh, I only have 9 weeks left. Well, I was 9 weeks pregnant. He's like, you kind of have that overlap where the 9 weeks meet up, which made me a little upset, but like he said, but look you made it to 9 weeks. He's like, you could be getting too close to another due date without being pregnant. And I'm like, yeah, good point. So we celebrated. My husband said it's got to be in my head because I thought all week I was being taunted by the Ruby Tuesday commercials. I wanted their salad so bad. So we went. Alright, so let's jump into it. I'm going to try to get this to be a little bit more organized. My back is feeling a little bit better, but we'll get into all of that. What was it? It's the size of a pear. So it is just starting to now where you can, feel it. It's the size of a pear, which any of you guys have seen a pear. That's pretty good size. The baby is the size of a prune. So it's still, things are starting to grow even more. Yeah. So I have a pear. They're starting to get tight. I can wear my sweatshirts, but I am definitely wearing really loose tops or maternity tops because my boobs have grown. Like my husband pointed out today, that they're the size that they were at the end of my pregnancy with my daughter, which like he pointed out with my son, they started off small. And then at the end of my pregnancy, they were good size. He's like, and then they went down a little bit. He's like, and then when you got pregnant with our daughter, he's like, they got, at like 12 weeks, he's like, they were as big as they were with our son. He's like, and then, he's like, they were big by the time you delivered her. He's like, now your boobs are... I'm like, okay, I get it. You've paid attention. So my husband's noticed that my boobs have grown. My pants are starting to get tight. They're not really like tight. They're just uncomfortable. Because I have a C-section scar, so it's like... sorry. Anything that's on it kind of irritates it. So yeah, they fit, but not comfortably. Nothing exciting happened. To be honest, nothing except for the fact that I got to see the baby. I had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, so I got to see the baby. And at that point, I had gained a half a pound. But then, with my back, they then switched it back to the one that had me have no appetite. So I'm back on that one, so... Nothing really exciting. Kind of a bummer. Except for the fact that we celebrated that we're 10 weeks pregnant. So. And then I'm just going to lump the other question in with this one. Anything that's coming up this week? No, except for I get weighed on Friday. But I get weighed every Friday. So I might start doing those separately just because I get weighed every single Friday. Except for this past Friday because I got weighed on Thursday. Have no appetite. I'm tired. A pregnancy brain. My face has kind of stopped breaking out. Anything else, really? I have to pee every 10 minutes. Well, not really, but like every about hour and a half, I have to pee. Except for at night, which is good. But when I wake up, I have to pee and puke. Which is fine with me. I don't mind. I like my reminders of pregnancy. that's about it for the reminders. And then just another thing, because I know some of you guys are not friends with me on my Facebook one, which I'll link that for you guys. Like I had said in my video before, that it hurt my back. I thought it was just a pulled muscle. I think maybe I did put it in my vlog on Thursday. The doctor did confirm a crack. Well, it's confirmed. Because he said it might not be a cracked rib, but it's not a broken rib. So I've got, right now I have an ACE bandage wrapped around it. I can only have it off for 3 hours a day. And he said that's just because he's like, we want you to, have it off for a little bit. He's like, when you're taking a bath, or, he's like, but if you're going to do anything, he's like, if you're going to lay in bed, he's like, fine, for 3 hours. He's like, or just sit with your kids. He's like, but if you're going to clean the house, do things like that, I have to have it on. So, I see a specialist tomorrow about, well, it's orthopedic surgeon. They're not going to do an x-ray. They're just going to kind of see if they have any thoughts on what we can do for a more suitable brace for me that it's going to work for pregnancy. Because like my doctor said, an ACE bandage is good. It's better than nothing, but he said it's not as good as what, like you said, if you had cracked, if I had cracked my rib and wasn't pregnant, he said, he's like, you get it's a full back brace that they put on you for a little bit. And he said, but they can't, not with a growing front, because he said then it's, he's like, and they don't make one that just covers the ribs. That, at least that he knows of. He's going to talk to some of his colleagues at a different hospital, because he's affiliated with the small hospital here and the big hospital, that if I have my VBAC, he's going to help me transfer up there. So, yeah, I go tomorrow, and hopefully, it's really just for them to talk to me about it. They're not going to do an x-ray, because he said we could do an x-ray. He's like, I don't recommend it. He said, but if you want to be confirmed that there is a cracked rib, he's like, we can do it. And I said, well, what does it change if it's, not a cracked rib, but it's a stress fracture? He said, the healing time. Like he said, basically, if in a month I'm starting, it doesn't hurt as bad, he said, then more than likely it was just a stress fracture. He said, but he's like, I think it's a cracked rib. That's what he thinks. So. Alrighty, so the weight. Well, because like I said in my video, I still am on the Flexerol. I don't like being on the Flexerol, but I think I only have to be on it for another week. I think that's what he said. Another week of it, and then I'm completely off the Flexerol. Like I said, only take it when it's, like I said, if you've noticed that you haven't slept, because that was part of the problem. I wasn't sleeping because I was in so much pain. So he said, my doctor, the high-risk doctor, had said, take it at night. But because of that, they had to change the my anti-nausea medication, because the one that I was first on, I had no appetite. So he said, because I still lost with it, so they put me on another one, and it worked really good. I gained a half a pound over the weekend, which, like he said, yeah, because he said I was still throwing up in the morning. Which he said, we'll give it a little bit. Maybe it takes, it might take a little while to kick in. And then on Tuesday when I went in, he had said, can't take it with a Flexeril. He said because he's known of a couple, he said he's like 2 cases where it did the opposite. And he said with a cracked rib, he's like, I don't want to take the chance of having you, make it into a few. He's like, let's just pull you off it. So he's like, we're going to put you back on the one that left you with no appetite. So between Tuesday and Thursday, I lost a pound. So we are down 21.5 pounds. Which I know some of you guys are going to go, well, how the heck can your clothes be tight and you've lost 21 pounds? Because I've lost it in my butt, in my legs. My husband, well, actually it was my aunt that said that I lost my butt. I said I didn't realize my butt weighed 20 pounds, but a lot of my family that hasn't seen me in a while kind of can start to tell the weight is gone, and a lot of them are concerned. But there's not much we can do besides wait this out. So I will give you a belly shot. Now please keep in mind I have eaten. So I joked with my husband, I go from being 10 weeks pregnant in the morning to looking like I'm 4 months pregnant. 4 or 5 months pregnant, like I was with my daughter. And soon, once I start, because we didn't start taking pictures of my belly with my daughter until 12 weeks, and I think my son was actually 16 weeks, I'll start adding in the pictures of me pregnant with them so we can kind of compare. So that's about it. So I will talk to you guys next week, and there is another gender test that will be included in this one. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Yep, right here. There. Yep, right there. There's a little pooch. And there you guys go. And I'm not going to show you guys it up quite yet, but there is 10 weeks. Alright, so this is the baking soda test, and as you can tell, it's if it fizzes like soda, like that, then it's a boy, and if it did nothing, it's a girl. So 1 for girl, and this makes 1 for boy.